Hey guys, Torqueo here, and today I've got a video on support actually. So, if you guys ever watch LCS or high elo streams, you'll notice that supports spend a lot of their time roaming instead of laning. And you can't really replicate that in your own games because a lot of times you can't trust your AD carry to be on their own. They'll just die or, do something stupid. But the fact is, roaming in the early game as support is one of the best ways to carry as a support player because you can get your team these really huge leads straight from the laning phase. So if you're wondering how to do it then without getting your AD carry killed all the time, it's actually really easy. The trick is you just have to find times to roam where your ADC isn't in lane to die. So here are the most common ways to do it. First off is if you guys both back, or if their bot lane backs or whatever. So if any bot lane backs, then there's a good time to roam, because if you guys back, then straight from backing you can head to another lane. Usually your AD carry is going to sit there for a couple seconds and buy items, and usually when the enemy lane's back, they're going to sit there and buy items, so it's not going to they're not going to be back instantly. There's going to be a little bit of a delay. So you have this really small window to just head to another lane, preferably mid lane, because if you go top lane, you're probably not getting down to your AD carry in time. And also, if you go top lane, having your support and top laner top might give them an easy dragon, so be careful about going top lane. Mid lane is definitely good though. I generally try to gank mid all the time. I rarely ever go top, but there are times to go top, so don't think never go top. But yeah, you can just head straight mid, and then once that's done or failed, just head straight back bot, and your ADC will only have spent hopefully a few seconds to maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds alone. Also, you don't want to sit there in the bush for too long. It's the same thing as a jungler ganking. You don't want to sit there for too long because then you're really just wasting a lot of time and your mid laner's experience. So, go there and try to see if there's something that's going to happen there. If not, just leave. Also, though, as support, if you're a playmaking support like Thresh or Leona, you don't be afraid to flash, because you will. Mid laners are generally really squishy, and your mid laners will generally do a lot of damage. So you can just flash straight in and you'll probably get a kill if you land everything. Now, another good time to do it is when your ADC dies, and that's gonna, if you ever lose a 2v2, one of you is gonna die, or both of you, and if both of you die, then once you respawn, you can go roam. It's basically like you got both back, so if you both die, then when you respawn, there's a good chance to roam. If your AD carry dies, it's even better, because if you have the health and mana, and it's not better for the lane, of course, but if you have the health and mana, then what you can do is you can actually head back and pretend like you backed, because there's nothing you're going to do in a lane in a 1v2. If their support and AD carry are alive, they're just going to zone you from the wave and you won't do anything. So what you can do is you can head back to your tower, and they'll assume you backed, and then you can just head into the river, head mid, and get a free kill there while your ADC is dead and then coming back. So I really like to do that. Also, if you force their bot lane to back, then what's your AD carry most likely going to do? He's probably going to back once you guys push the wave into the tower. So if their bot lane backs, push the wave into tower, and if you're healthy enough, then you can head mid and get a kill there, and then either head back bot or just back and then head bot again, depending on how much gold you have and how much health you have. So obviously, now that I've said that, you'll realize that having mobility boots is extremely important for doing this, because the faster you move in between your lanes, the faster or the less time your AD carry will be alone and at risk of dying or losing farm. Another thing about mobility boots is that when you're charging in for a gank, if you don't get in combat, you can go in really fast, and that will really help set up the kill. Although, if you do get hit, then that won't be the case. But they usually won't hit you unless they use a stun or something. But it is risky to buy mobility boots because it gives no combat stats, so only get mobility boots if you're actually planning on using them. If you're not immediately using them, then I would recommend getting something else. But that's support roaming for you guys. Hope it helped, and good luck in solo queue.